Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob with Rob's Nerdy Knives. Today we have a very special unboxing, something that came in from Dan Kenman. Yeah, another cool channel you should probably check out, but let's take a look. Let's see what's inside. Today I'm opening it up with my Yon Knives Chevron. This is the carbon fiber version. Love this little knife made by Remette. Pretty good little knife, I think. I've got all the places I need to get open. Let's see what we got in here. Ooh, all right, so we got some stickers from Kenman. All right, so these will go toward the giveaways for sure. Let's take a look at these guys. All right, he's got some crazy ones. I like it. I like it. Look at that. Kenman, Dan Kenman. There you go, man. All right, very cool. I got to keep one of these for my wall of stickers, man. Dan, I got to keep one of these. So the rest will go toward the giveaways, but you know me. I got to at least have one. So there we go. All right, so in here we have, holy cow, looks like 3 different knives. This might be a multiple unboxing, but let's see. So these knives came from Dan via Tri-State, Cole over at Tri-State EDC. You all know Tri-State. Most of you guys already follow him if you follow me. So if you haven't, you need to go check out Tri-State, and then you need to go check out Kenman Dan Kenman as well. His channel as well. So I'll have those links in the description below. But let's go ahead. Let's pick up one of these and take a look and see what we got right here. Trying to put that off camera so it's not distracting. So the first one, nice little cloth. Ooh, wow. Okay. So nice little cloth there. But all right. So titanium here almost feels like an integral. It's very solid. Nice big giant thumb studs, which sometimes can be interesting or not. An interesting little hole there. It's got some weight to it for sure. We'll do a full review of this. Little off to the right. Let's see if it's a little loose, but deep pocket carry clip. Got a nice clip there. Feels pretty stout. We'll have to see how that goes in and out of the pocket. That's a pretty thick clip. I don't seem to have a lot of flex on that one. That might be a little too strong, but we'll see. All right, so let's go ahead and give it a flip. Nice, big, robust blade. Beautiful satin finish. Almost looks like a satin, well, satin finish here, maybe a little stone wash satin finish, high polish. Nice sharp edge. Steel bar insert, over travel stop, definitely frame lock right there. Do we have any little extra cutout? No, it's just a little cutout on both sides right there. So let's see how easy that is to access. Not bad. Let's see how the front flipping works. Nice. Okay, it does have a little finger twill, so you can come up here and nice choke up like this. I've got large hands, you know, so with big meaty fingers. So if you have extra large hands with normal size fingers, double extra large hands with smaller fingers, about where you're going to grip, but you have plenty of room for double, triple extra large hands. It's got a little place here to kind of put a couple of fingers in there for sure. You can get a nice clip. It's a little jimping right there, which will work when you're way back here if you're wanting to do a little further cut, but thumb studs are definitely out of the cutting path. That's interesting. And nice. Nice thick blade profile. It's got a little swedge on top here, not much, but it's a nice little aesthetic touch for sure. Gives you a nice thick sturdy blade. Let's see here. It's not super thick, but it's not super thin. It'll be a slicer, but it's not going to be, crazy efficient, right? So releasing, getting past that is not bad. All right, so let's see, where's the clutch? All right, so you clear the clutch about right there. All right. Thumb sets work pretty decently. You can catch there, so you're not going to have any guillotine on the thumb. That's nice. Let's see, left-handed works pretty decently. Okay. How about reverse flick? Can I do it? Those thumbs that don't lend yourself to reverse flick. Can I get in here and do this? I can. All right. So that's the only bummer about thumb sets like that. They're cool and very aesthetic looking. They work well like that, and they work well like that, but they're not great for reverse flicking. Let me see. Can I reverse flick it over here? Barely. That's not the most comfortable reverse flicking. Okay. It is cool. Definitely Remette, new knife manufacturer coming into the game, coming out with some really, really, really cool knives. Yeah, I like this a lot. No sharp edges, nice and smooth on top. I was going to check since it's off a little bit. Yeah, it is a little loose. So let's see here. That's a T8 and it looks like T6s. So let's go ahead and tighten that up. I bet that'll get it nice and centered once we tighten that up. So here's a T8. So I don't take a knife part that I'm allowed to check out because it's not my knife. This is Cole's. So I don't know if he's Yeah, that's a little loose. Okay, so let's see. Action's still good. Oh yeah, there we go. Perfect. There we go. So it was a little loose. No bleed play. There we go. Oh, that's much better. Yeah, I like that. Let's see. Is a reverse flick? You can get it with the left hand. It's a little challenging. Maybe skinnier, longer fingers. It's a little easier. I can do this one. This left-handed one over here, I don't think I'm going to be able to do really well. I don't really have anywhere to grip. Yeah, that's the problem. Maybe if I can get on the clip, can I get there? No, I can't. So this is going to be a, left-handed thumb flick only, but I can't reverse flick with the left hand, which that's kind of a bummer, right? I mean, it's cool looking thumb studs, a little blue there, a little blue collar, pivot collar there as well. Nice clip in the back. Now, they do have the little thing that always bugs me with Giant Mouse. And I will say Giant Mouse is why you don't see any Giant Mouse knives in my collection, because every time I've tried, and I've tried a few times, they have a little sharp edge on the corners. And that right there will dig in after a while, and then I'm done, right? And so then it doesn't become a knife that I can enjoy, because to me, my knives, though they're tools and I enjoy carrying them, they're also fidget toys. So I like to fidget with them. I like opening and closing them, deploy it, the clickety sound. It's very satisfying. It's very satisfying for me. So, okay, there we go. I do enjoy that a lot. So to me, that's one of the things about a knife for me that I can enjoy and fidget with, right? So I mean, not only is it a great cutting tool, but it's a nice fidget toy. So there is some weight relief inside, so it's for sure a lot lighter than it could be, but it doesn't feel super light. It feels like a pretty heavy big boy. So I will tell you that it's got some weight to it. I have to try the pocket clip. So give me a second. I'm going to put that right on and see how it fits in. Oh yeah, that's really tight. That is really, really tight. All right, so my one recommendation would be a little thick. Look, I tore some. I don't even think I can get in there to get it out. I'm gonna have to use a pry bar to get that out. Let's see. Can I? Wow. Yeah, that is. It's a plastic pry bar, like you use in fixing laptops. That is a very, very robust clip. All right, so I will tell you, I like a lot about it. It's pretty smooth. It's pretty cool. It's unique thumb studs. I like the front flipper. It's a little sharp and edgy up there. It doesn't feel like a whole lot. I will tell you this. So my biggest thing is, if I was, if this was a prototype and I was going to give some suggestions, would be you need to sharpen these corners up. That's really important. This clip needs to be able to bend in and out of the pocket. It's cool, but it's just way too over strong and powerful. This has been softened up nicely, so that's a nice touch. This is a little sharp on the top here. I mean, with the corners up here, you either got to round that off or something. I don't know. It's it works, but I mean, I don't know. The thumb studs, I would like to see different thumb studs, because those are really hard to work left-handed wise. So let's see here. Yeah, see, I mean, a lot of little touches where they, chamfered and taken off edging. That's really nice. This actually is pretty easy to get to. You're not going to have the guillotine drop. So I like that. So my first impressions, this is not a review. This is my first impressions, first time handling the knife. I've handled 2 Remette knives, I think, 2. Yeah, I think I handled 2. At least 1 for sure, because we gave 1 away. Maybe I've only handled 1. Yeah, maybe I only handled 1. I think Remette actually gave me a knife, so it was really nice of them, and I very much appreciated that. And it was a fun giveaway, because it's a D2 kind of blade steel. It was a fantastic budget knife. It was big bang for your buck. So very, very cool little knife. A couple of snail trails on here. I hopefully, Cold knows I didn't do that, but there we go. Maybe he did it already before he let Dan and myself check this out. So very cool. Very, very cool. I like it. It's got some good action for sure. All right. All right. So we'll take a look and figure out what this knife is. I'm going to have to, so I guess if you don't see it right here, I'll probably have posted it in the beginning of the video. It'll also be down in the description below, and we'll definitely take a look. Does have a lot of positives. I like the blade. I got to tell you, I like the blade shape. I like this finish on there. That's actually pretty nice. I do like that. It's kind of like a polished satin finish. I don't know what to describe it, but I dig that a lot, actually. So cool. All right. So let's do a couple of zooms in here and this so you guys can see a little close up of the blade. There's that beautiful polished, I guess stone washed or bead blasted, I'm guessing. Then you got the satin finish up here, and here's that bead blasted sort of finish again right here. So I bet they came in and finished that at the end. And then we can look over here at the other side, and here's the big thumb stud with the blue anodization on the top of it. That's kind of cool, but it is rounded, which is cool, but it does give you some challenges in getting your thumb studs right on top of it. And for me, for my left hand, it's almost impossible. All right, so here's the scale, minimal billboarding. I don't see much on the blade, Remette there. That would have been cool if it was, personally, I would maybe etch it in, like a little small touch right there, and it could have been artistic so it flows with it a little bit better. It could have maybe been part of the pivot. Maybe you have a little emblem there. Minimal hardware here I think is nice. That is a T6. We'd love to see T8, especially this feels a little more premium, right? Titanium. I don't know what the steel is. Does it tell us? Oh, there it is. It is M390. Yeah. Oops. Do you see that? M390. So definitely more premium. Let's see here. You can see the weight relief on the inside there. It's definitely, like I said, feels more premium, nice and rounded all the way across. And then you can see the jimping up on top. And here's the thumb studs again from two different views. They're not terrible. They're just not great for reverse flicking. So what I'm talking about here is I can get a nice grip and I can reverse flick that. But over here, I cannot get in there. I can't get in there to get any traction with my left hand. So my left hand is just not going to get anything over there. And it needs to have a little traction somewhere. All right, so very cool. As you can see the lock up there, it's a good, I want to say 20, 40, maybe 50%. And there you see the M390, nice little cutaway. It is a radius, but it's been softened in the corners, so it's not really harsh, which is nice. That's nice. Again, really cool. All right, so let's get a nice close-up for the little video image. What do you say? So there we go. That beautiful kind of it's got a nice profile, I admit. I do like the profile. I think that's kind of cool. Let's look at the back. And there you see Remette in all its glory. It's really nice. Yeah, overall, I like it. I mean, these are a couple of small things. Now, so if this is mine, if being titanium and that was mine, I could soften that out with just a little file. I could work with that. I could theoretically change the pivots, the thumb studs, but to me, I mean, it's nice and artistic. I don't hate it. I really don't. It's just one of those things. If you're looking for fidget factor, you're losing that, right? But you still have, you still have that, right? And for the most part, I have that. There's no texture here. And on this side, this is where it gets a little challenging to get that texture and to get that grip. And when it's nice and soft like that, it's very beautiful and aesthetic, but it's hard to work left-handed, especially if you're trying to do the flip like this. It's a little easier for me to grip it down here and get the finger up and do that. So, I mean, you can make it work. It's a very pretty knife, though. I have no idea what the price of it is. Remette's been really knocking it out with some great prices, so I guess it's not super expensive, but then again, I don't know. So if I know, it'll be in the description down below or I'll post it up here. But very cool. Definitely some beautiful aesthetics. It is a little edgy. Here you can feel that. So those are small things, but they do, things like that add up cost, right? That's extra milling, extra QC and stuff like that. There's a lot of places where they really handle it really nicely. So to me, it's kind of surprising the clip was a little miss there. I mean, that could be a quick just a quick buff or a little quick chamfer across there. Especially if you're milling it already, you could, just the bit could just angle in or could come in a little bit and just kind of round that. To me, that would be definitely worth it since you're already doing all this extra milling here and you're rounding this. I mean, that's just a nice touch. I think that would benefit the knife. Little edges here and here. And then this knife would just be dynamite, right? And my personal preference, have a little texture on the thumb studs. I mean, the roundedness is cool and I can dig it. I really can. I lose that left-handed reverse flick fidgetability. Could be because I got short fingers, so it could be all me, right? Maybe you guys get this. If you get a Remette like this, I don't know what the name of this knife is, you guys have no issues whatsoever. And that's fine. Right? A lot of times knives are designed for specific people, specific ergonomics, and sometimes they work great for a lot of people, but they're not always perfect for everybody. And so for me in this case, that's my only little challenge there. But it's a nice knife. I'm very impressed. And I know the last knife I saw was fantastic price. So I'm going to assume it's going to be pretty competitive. And based on that, my first impression is pretty nice. Now with this flipper, you can't be over here because you're going to slide off. It's a very thin, so you got to make sure you get right up there. You can't be on top because it's not jimping. It's not enough to get that traction. Like I will tell you, where you get that micro jimping, I can put my finger there and flip it still, right? So you can do this and do that. But this is a Riot made knife. It's also way more expensive than this one, right? And I bet this one we're looking, I'm going to guess, I could be wrong, I'm going to guess it's anywhere from $170 to $200. I'm hoping I'm right somewhere in there. I'm hoping it's less, but it wouldn't surprise me if it's a little more, right? I mean, a lot of nice material. M390, titanium, milled out. You got a nice pocket clip, back spacer. T8 hardware would be nice. Soften that edge would be nice. Making this a little easier, a little extra jimping right here, because this part is where it's kind of slippery, and if you don't get that traction here, you get it, and it works, but you've got to, you can easily slip off. So, right, you've got to just make sure you're coming through right there like that and being able to flick it. So there you go. Yeah, pretty cool little knife. Pretty cool little knife indeed. All right, so let me get my card here. Find it eventually. All right, so there we go. All right, hey, if you have any questions about this knife, I'll do a full review. Let me know. Appreciate you guys checking this out. I did find it pretty interesting. I like it. I'll have more thoughts on it when I know the price and all that stuff, and that'll give me obviously a better perspective, or maybe an okay perspective, or an expected perspective. I don't know, but we'll do the full review. This was just an unboxing, first impression. So thank you to Dan Kenman for sending this over via Cole from Tri-State EDC, and thank you to Cole from Tri-State EDC for sending this over some knives that he got from Remette, and thank you to Remette for allowing me to check it out. I sure appreciate that. That's very, very awesome of you, and I sure do appreciate that. So yeah, thank you very much. All right, very cool. Hey, if you found this content fun, interesting, worthwhile, or informative, would you please consider hitting the like button down below? And if you've already hit that like button, would you please consider hitting the subscribe button? Subscribing and liking the videos really helps out the channel, allows the channel to produce more content, do more things, ultimately do more things for you guys. So thank you. Thank you to everyone who watches the videos, who enjoys the content, who's part of the live stream, who's just enjoys everything. I sure appreciate you very, very much. And if you haven't already, hit that notification button down below so you can be notified of future content like this video. And also a big thank you to all the channel members. I sure appreciate you guys so very much. You have no idea. You allow me to do more things more quickly than I ever could in the time that this channel is growing and as the growth that we're experiencing. So I'm always appreciative. Everyone's part of this channel, making this channel really awesome. Makes this guy who's just enjoying a fun hobby, enjoys knives, and sharing my thoughts, my perspectives on it, and talking with you guys about it, fun. You make it just a lot of fun. So I appreciate you. Hey, as a small way for me to say thank you to channel members, I do two really exclusive things. There's a once a month member giveaway. Usually it's very exclusive. It's a very nicer knife. It's not usually just a budget knife like I do in the weekly giveaways, because it's my way to say thank you. You guys have been so generous with the membership, so I want to be generous back to you with a nice exclusive giveaway. The other thing is, I also, all brand new channel members, and anybody who's been a channel member for a while and is still a channel member right now actively, but has never gotten a sticker, and you've never emailed me, you've never requested a sticker, email me with your name and address, and I'll like to mail you one just to say thank you. Also, that includes anybody who was a member before and became a member again, and you never got a chance to ask me. As long as you're a member right now, go ahead, ask away. Send me your name and address. I'd love to mail you a sticker. So thank you. Thank you to all of you guys out there. I sure appreciate you. If you haven't already, check me out over at Instagram at Robs_nerdy_knives. Again, that's on Instagram at Robs_nerdy_knives. Thanks so much for watching today. Have a great day and a great week. Bye.